Well, everybody knows the news. The coronavirus, it's spreading all over the world. It's getting worse. First, I want to tell you that the first few minutes of this video, it was shot on my way from Kuala Lumpur to Penang, Malaysia, like 3 days before the lockdown, and some of them like 2 days and 1 day before the lockdown. Anyway, right now I'm stuck in Penang, Malaysia. It's day 6 of the lockdown that was imposed by the Malaysian government since Wednesday due to the Covid-19 coronavirus, and it's supposed to last until the 31st of March. Well, not to be too critical of some people, but a few days ago, some of my friends on Facebook, they were saying that this coronavirus was all hype and just being overblown. A few days later, everything just went crazy. The rate of the coronavirus cases dramatically increased in a lot of countries, including my home, the US. Then most of the countries started imposing stay-at-home orders and lockdowns. And those same friends were saying that this was all hype. Now they're scared. Of course, there are still some friends who still think this is overblown and still doing things that they shouldn't do, like going out, and that's really sad. But there's nothing we can do, especially in a country like US. Well, it's about freedom. Just to let everyone knows, I'm not Democrat nor a Republican. I'm also not conservative nor liberal. I don't believe in politics. I just choose what I think is right. I use common sense, and I believe in science more than the politicians. WHO and CDCs are there to protect us from this epidemic. So that's where I get my information from. Anyway, that's kind of terrible, as some of the media like Fox News, they really downplayed this thing that even my mom believed them, and I warned my mom a few weeks before that this might happen, and she believed Fox News more than me. Eventually, she started believing me, but that took a while. But even before the lockdown, I already decided to come here in Penang and stay here for maybe 4 weeks until this thing gets under control. So good thing I was able to get here before the lockdown. And I'm staying at a place that's far from the crowds, less populated, so that's good. So even after the lockdown is lifted, I'm still gonna be vigilant, and will still do what I need to do to protect myself from the virus and to keep it from spreading further by doing the following things. like washing hands. I've been washing hands all the time, especially when I touch something. Or wearing a mask. Social distancing. But in some cases that's gonna be hard, especially if I take the public transportation. I'm sure the public transportation is gonna happen again after this lockdown, since everybody needs to go somewhere. And also, like, when buying something, there's no choice but for me to like go up to the clerk and pay for the goods. Also, it will definitely affect my love life. No, I'm just kidding. But I think the biggest problem I have to face is which country to go to next before my visa expires here in Malaysia. The bad thing is less and less countries are letting foreigners in due to this coronavirus situation. And if they do let them in, there are so many restrictions involved and requirements. Good thing I still have about, I think, 7 weeks left in my visa, so I still have time to figure out what to do and where to go next. And as far as going home back to the US, I think it's not a good option right now too, because the rate of the cases over there of the coronavirus, it's increasing really fast. The country has now the most cases of coronavirus, and at the same time the healthcare system over there seems like it's not ready for this kind of situation. There's not enough medical supplies. In addition, if you don't have medical insurance over there, it can cost you a lot of money if you go to a hospital. I read an article about this guy who just arrived back in the US from China, and he was sick and he thought he had coronavirus, so he was admitted into the hospital. But after he was discharged, he ended up having about, I think, $31,000 worth of medical bills. And even if he has medical insurance, the medical insurance is not gonna pay for the whole thing. Usually there's like a deductible that you need to pay before the medical insurance pays for it. And if your deductible is high, then you'll end up paying a lot. Could be like half of the amount, you know. As of right now, I do have an insurance, but it only applies to countries outside of the US. It is the traveler's insurance. So now the problem I need to deal with is which country to go to next where I can get in, and at the same time its cases of coronavirus is under control. But everything happens so fast. Every day something new happens. So anyway, I gotta go. Please follow my Instagram and like my other social media channels, so you get updated with pictures and videos of my travel, because I have no choice but to continue traveling. but of course I'm gonna keep myself safe and other people too. I keep on wearing the mask, I keep on washing my hands, and I keep on doing the social distancing. At the same time, I'm still gonna keep you informed about how I handle this situation. You know, how to travel safely even with the coronavirus situation going on. So thank you, and see you next time. And make sure to check out my website too, www.christopherrevon.com. The spelling of the website is at the end of this video, so watch for it. Thank you.